Hey, stop what you're doing right now, right now. Go to the link in the description. Go sub to my second channel, IQ the Genius. I have all different videos on there, all exclusive content. I greatly appreciate it. We just got to 100 subscribers. So please turn us up on the secondary channel and let's get into it. Yeah. Man, this your player partner IQ, man. Drink y'all water, kids. As you can see by the title of the video, this is kind of a day in the life / story time / for those who don't know, you feel me? So I lived in Atlanta for 3.5 years, right? From from 07 into 2010, end of 2010 or something like, or a little bit before 07, like end of 06, like 3.5 years, whatever. One of my kids was even born there, right? So my second son was born there. I was younger then. I was probably like 21 then, right? So I was a little bit more rough around the edges. I hadn't really, been through nothing as far as like, a nigga was getting locked up since he was 15 type shit. But, I'm in a whole different place. So I got locked up. I did like 4 bids in Fulton County. My bad, I don't know, the fucking phone just died. But look, so like I was saying, I did like 4 bids in Wright Street because where I used to live at, I used to live on the north side, OSDL, Roswell, Alpharetta, whatever, which is predominantly, people would call it the nicer part of town, even though shit does for sure go down there. There's a lot of Migos, a lot of trappers. It's Atlanta. Everybody's trapping. Everybody's into something. So I got arrested there. And all right, so I ended up getting on probation in Atlanta or whatever. I broke some other crimes several times. So I was going back and forth to jail at this point. But Atlanta has this thing where if you get locked up in a surrounding, like at least like a little outskirt town or, somewhere besides Fulton County, I'm talking about Atlanta. I ain't talking about Gwinnett. I ain't talking about Atlanta. North Fulton County. As long as it say Fulton County, you can transfer to Fulton County, which is right. They call it Rice Street because it's on Rice Street. It's pronounced Rice Street, but everybody call it Rice Street. And for my A-Town niggas, y'all already know. It's over the west side of town. They say northwest, but Bankhead right there. It's pretty much in the west side. The Bluff is right there. Shout out to all my Bluff niggas. Free Rollo. Also free YSL before I say this too, because this is kind of so I got good experience with being locked up there, and I got stories about being there too, but I got other videos and shit. So I'm gonna tell y'all what it was like when I first went in there, which is the same thing that Thugger and Gunna and them is going through. For the ones who haven't been, some of them have been to Rice Street before, but I don't think Gunna ever, if he did, he ain't stay. You know what I'm saying? I think Thugger only did like a little, they say he did a bid as a juvenile. I'm pretty sure Gunna's never been. So freedom, guys, I'm gonna tell y'all. So look, so when you first walk into Rice Street, right? I'm talking about when you still got your street clothes on. It looked like a fucking DMV, right? They set you down in these chairs. You got the pre-trial people. That's when I first found out what pre-trial was. I didn't know what pre-trial was, you know what I'm saying? And it looks just like the DMV. I don't know how it looked now, but there's a bunch of seats and it's like the desk. It looks like the DMV. If you ever been to the DMV to get your license or do some traffic stuff. So it's you and it's like hundreds of other niggas or whatever. So basically you sitting there, you wait till they call your name, you know what I'm saying? Some niggas was getting pre-trial. Now what pre-trial was it was a nigga that was in there that I just had met. This nigga had just shot a nigga. Did he? Yeah, he had an attempt murder. He had an attempt murder. A young nigga, he had an attempt murder. But matter of fact, he was a little older than me. He was like this guy was probably like 26. But, and I heard him talking to his dude, and so he went over there to, they call him for pretrial. Everybody doesn't get called for pretrial. Pretrial means you about to go home like that night, like tomorrow type shit. And I don't know the particulars about it, but I used to be like, damn, how these niggas getting pretrial? But a lot of the times pretrial means you got some real serious shit going on too. So that nigga got a bond like immediately. And he had a fucking shooting case. You know what I'm saying? He had a attempt murder and he had the charge with the gun. So boom, you wait till they call you up. They call me up, ask me all my particulars and get all my information. It's just like it looks just like the DMV. I ain't really seen a jail intake that looks like the fucking DMV, but that just give you an idea how many people is housed there. The shit is 7 floors tall. You got an old jail. I'm gonna tell you about the old jail in a minute too. It's basically 2 jails in one. 3, like I said, it's been a minute. So my Atlanta niggas who will know, let me know if they'll change that. You know what I'm saying? This has been since 2010 type shit. Yeah, so then you got to go change out. You know what I'm saying? It's cold. It's stink in that motherfucker. This is at that time. I don't do the going to jail shit no more. But out of all the jails, that was one of the by far most triflingest, funkiest nigga. So you change out. You put on your blues, and it's like if you probably can Google. Matter of fact, I'll put a picture right here. Your blues right there. That's what your blues look like. You put your blues on, short sleeve. They don't give you no coat. Then they send you into the holding cell because you about to get taken up to wherever, if you on this, whatever floor you on, wherever you going. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you, and it's about the bullpen. It's like you, and it's like, well, not the bullpen. I say this is like the bullpen is right before you get to the DMV area. This is like I guess the holding cell I don't know. Yeah, that's like the holding cell. So it's small. This shit probably big as like three ghetto project. If you've been to the projects or from the hood, the projects, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. I mean the hood, the projects for real. You know how small them bathrooms is. It's probably like 3 or 4. Let's just say at most 5 project bathrooms long. Say you put 5 project bathrooms. The shit is small. It's like 10, 11, 12 of y'all in there. Niggas is on the floor. Everybody is cold, so everybody got their hands in their shit. You still freezing because niggas is laying on the floor. You got niggas laying their head and piss. You know the crackheads, they don't be giving a fuck. They sleeping next to the toilet. Niggas is in there legit shitting in this little ass. Like, this shit was the craziest shit. And I've been through a few jails, like, at that point in my life. You know what I mean? So they're going to take you up. They're going to take you to your spot or whatever. They walk you down this long-ass hallway, a big white hallway or whatever. And this is when you're going towards where you're going and shit. So I think my first time I went to the 4th floor. The 7th floor, at the time, my first time I went, I believe Gucci Mane was in there when he was in jail for like pushing out some girl out of a car or some shit. He was on the 7th floor. I never seen him while I was in there, but he actually went to court the day I got out this bid. He went to court. He went to the court before me. Everybody was in there like, oh man, I just seen Gucci and da-da-da. So shout out Gucci for changing his life too. But yeah, man, they take you up there. They took me to the 4th floor. Keep in mind, nigga, I'm from Virginia. I don't know no fucking body in this bitch, bro. So you got all type of niggas in there, bro. It's like, it's a lot of fucking, you gotta understand, Atlanta is the most predominantly black city in America, you know what I'm saying? So the jail is predominantly black, you know what I'm saying? All the deputies, they from the hood. Some of them from Bankhead. Some of them from Bowen Homes. Some of them from Four Seasons. Some of them from, you know what I'm saying? The deputies that work there, they from the hood. So it's like they be wearing Versace designer, but these are the deputies, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them is younger, you know what I'm saying? And it's like that a lot of places too. But yeah, so they take you up to the pod. When you first walk in the pod, nigga, it's just like any other pod, nigga. The shit big as a bitch. You got two tiers, you know what I'm saying? 50 up top, 50 down bottom. They got a shower at the bottom. The shower, basically anybody can, if you're taking the shower in that pod, I'm gonna tell you about the other part of jail of Wright Street I've been to too. Another time I did a bid there. It's like, it ain't nothing but a flimsy shower curtain. And it's right next to like the water fountain, and bro, it's like the bottom. You wouldn't feel comfortable taking no shower there, bro, unless you just a straight, at that time, I haven't been to prison yet at that time. But I don't even think I took a shower. I might have like snuck and tried to take a shower like in the middle of the night, but no, I couldn't because they lock you in your cell. It's not like I'm in an open dorm. So yeah, like I'm pretty sure I ran up in there once, but it wasn't particularly something that a nigga wanted. It didn't look appeasing to, you know what I'm saying? So they take you to the cell. Now, the thing about Wright Street, bro, now I don't know if they changed it. I doubt they changed it. They on some military shit. Now, my niggas who done been in jail know that some jails are just regular jails, and some jails got like a military requirement. Like in Wright Street, you gotta make your bed up every day. it better be made up. Fuck just standing for count. You got to stand for count, of course. So, you know what I'm saying? But you got to have your cell clean. It has to be, or you get in trouble. If your bed is not made, like, and it's a certain way that you have to fold it. Everybody folds their bed the same way. It's really military, like, press type shit. And a lot of those deputies and some of those sergeants and shit are, like, former military people. So that was another thing, man. That's crazy. Yeah, so you get in there, you know it's niggas. Niggas ask you where you from, you know what I'm saying? Just like any other place, you know what I'm saying? You get to talking to niggas. Niggas like, where you from? You know what I'm saying? I remember, this is a quick story. I remember a guy asked me when I first went, he said, where you from? I said, I'm from Richmond. He said, what, California? I said, no, Richmond, Virginia. He said, oh, Richmond, Virginia. I seen y'all on what's that DVD? It was an old DVD at the time called Hood to Hood. And I was like, yeah. He's like, man, y'all niggas. So I kind of felt good about that. Like, oh shit, niggas know us. You know what I'm saying? I had another conversation. I saved some other like mini stories for story times. But yeah, so you got all different type of niggas. And at that time, it was a clique of niggas. There was a big robbing crew that was in the city. They was locked up by this time. When I first moved to Atlanta, they was free. I remember I used to see this shit on the news. We didn't know who it was doing these robberies. They was doing smash and grabs at true religion stores, jewelry stores, and doing everything else under the sun, like as far as streetwise. They was called 30 Deep. It was a nigga in the clique named Keon. It was like, and there was about 30 of them, you know what I'm saying? But it was called 30 Deep, and they was running shit, I ain't gonna lie. These niggas was like from like 20 to 20. On the street, they was running shit. But most of them was housed, because they had it was some murders involved in that shit. They was really like terrorizing shit. But yeah, you know, you got your cliques in there and shit. You're gonna have a lot of niggas from Memphis, St. Louis, because those are close, you know, Tennessee, Chattanooga. You're gonna have a lot of people from the closest surrounding areas. But for the most part, as long as you a real nigga, man, you shouldn't have no problem. I think Thug and them, I think Thug is good for real, for real. He probably is in PC, or he's probably somewhere. I mean, he might not be, you know what I'm saying? But I know because it's such a high profile case. But yeah, man, it's freezing in that motherfucker, man. I'm talking about the cells. You look on the wall of the cell, whole time I'm thinking, like, I slept on, like, you switching bunks with your celly leave and right, because it's not like prison, like you staying with the celly forever, but nigga, I remember one time when I first moved in, I was on the top rack, right? Or the rack is the bunk, that's what we call it. Fucking, I'm looking on the wall, and there's a bunch of yellow, dried up shit. It looked like orange juice. So, my celly, right, is a nigga from Jacksonville, Florida, but he grew up in the Bluff, too. If he ain't in Florida, he's in Atlanta in the Bluff. And if you know the Bluff, knowing the Bluff is like probably top 2 or 3 roughest places in Atlanta, period. Like, violence, the heroin. They sell a lot of heroin over there. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the Rollo shit, remember he was in his interview on DJ Vlad talking about how much dope he made off dog food. And dog food means heroin, for those who don't know, or whatever. So it's just very, very treacherous over there. A lot of heavy drug usage, needle, all that. They killing like a motherfucker over there. It's crazy. Shout out Oakland City. Shout out the Bluff. But I'm saying to my celly, I'm not asleep, you know, because the light on and shit. I'm just looking. I think we waiting for it to come out at night or something. It's like 8. I said, man, look at all. I talked to my nigga down there. I can't remember. He looked just like Chief Keef. That was my nigga. He was like, nigga, when you come home, you coming to the Bluff. I was going to go to the Bluff too, but he got out before me and we never linked or whatever. I probably lost his information. Shout out to my nigga from Jacksonville too. That nigga had a picture of a nigga tattooed on his back, a nigga blowing another nigga brains out with Jacktown on the top of it. This was a real treacherous young nigga. I fuck with my nigga. He was was he older than me? I think he was a little older than me. He might have been a little older than me. No, he was younger. I think. He was like, yeah, bro was like 20. 21, 20 or something. I was like 22, 23 out there. But I'm not sure. I might be capping. But yeah, so I say, man, look at all this fucking orange juice on this wall. These niggas, what nigga don't know how to drink his orange juice? That nigga said, bruh. I'm laying on the rack, so I can't see him. You know, my back is to the door. I'm facing the wall, so I can't even see who's looking through the door. He laying down. So he said, bro, there ain't no goddamn orange juice. I said, what? Because it's all over the wall. I'm thinking the nigga just willy-nilly threw orange juice, you know, because they used to bring your trays to you there. You can eat them in the pod or you can eat them in your cell. Sometimes you got to eat them in your cell. He said, nigga, that's nut. I looked at that shit. on the wall. I've been sleeping on this bed next to Nut this whole time. And I wasn't bumping up against it because the wall looked nasty anyway. It's dried up boogers on that bitch. I mean, this shit is gutter, bro. This shit is very trifling. It's not clean, my nigga. Wright Street, Fulton County Jail is like not clean. Hopefully they improved it, but the shit they saying about thugging down, he's in dungeon conditions. Yeah, on top of that, I mean, I done been to other jails like this too, but that's jail. But this was one of the first, early in me doing my bids, one of the first triflingest jails I ever seen. So, yeah, man, at that point, bro, I just looked at the wall and turned back over like, I looked at the ceiling, I'm like, I just reevaluated my life. I'm like, God, please, God. Yo, please get me out of this motherfucker, man. But yeah, bro, I seen niggas get their ass beat like a motherfucker. But it's really like, as long as you a real nigga and you don't let niggas try you or nothing, bro, and, you know what I'm saying, you know, push over, you gonna be Gucci, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look niggas in their eyes and shit. Thugger, but Thugger, he rich. Thugger, he a boss, you know what I'm saying? And all his niggas got bread, so. But I know he really going through it, man. That's and I'm just gonna keep it right there because we had almost at 15 minutes. I'm gonna keep it right there. And if y'all want a part 2, drop, you know what I mean? If you want some more stories from Wright Street or some more stories in general, I'm getting back in story times. Drop that shit in the comments, let me know. Y'all let me know. Have you been to Wright Street? I know some A-Town niggas be supporting the channel, so all my Atlanta niggas or whoever, if you ever been to Wright Street, Fulton County Jail, let me know. Free YSL, free Thugger, and Gunner. Come on, Gunner. I'm gonna make a video about that, but come on, Gunner. Look alive, man. Put your head up, man. Don't be, nah, man. Look, man. All right, okay. Like, look like, yeah. Don't be looking like that because they're gonna be on your ass. Rest in peace, Lil Key. I appreciate y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, hit notification because like I said, we're on the road to 100K by New Year's Day.
Yeah, I'm smoking gas, feel like I cute. Feel like I cute. Bitch, I'm smoking gas, I feel like I cute. I feel like I cute. Bitch, I'm smoking gas, I feel like I cute. Yeah. I feel like I cute, bitch, I'm smoking gas, I feel like I cute, yeah. I feel like I cute, I'm sipping that red solo like I cute, yeah. I got all these bitches.